welcome back to my channel. So today's video is on spirituality and mental health. They have not been seen much in common between these two topics like spirituality and mental health, but a lot of researches are going on, and the mental health professionals and the spiritual healers are still trying to bridge the gap between these two things, and they are trying to get some kind of benefit out of spirituality to heal and to bring a person in a positive light towards their own mental health. So what is spirituality basically? Like, there is no one definition or there is no single term for spirituality. Rather, it is a collective experience. Everybody experiences spirituality in their lives at least once in a lifetime, and it offers us to value or to have purpose or meaning of the things that we value personally, and it also has a special meaning in everybody's life. It can bring hope and healing in the times of suffering, bereavement or grief. It encourages to seek best and better relationship between us and other individuals around us and beyond that. These experiences are a part of humans. So being human or being social animals, we experience this spirituality in our life, and it helps us to heal, it helps us to grow as an individual, and it not only helps any person with intellectual disability, dementia, any kind of head injury, but also any normal human being, anybody around you, anybody can experience this spirituality. But this spirituality often becomes important or a highlight part at the time of bereavement, so grief, any kind of social, mental or physical illness. At that moment we experience or we want to experience spirituality. So isn't that unjustified? Like, why do we need a reason to experience something which we feel that can heal us? I think we can experience this at any moment in our lives, not only when we want to or when we are suffering or going through something really bad in our lives. No, I think we should adopt it as a regime, as our life, as a part of our life, and then we do not need any kind of support in our future. So many of us kind of put it in a wrong light, or we cannot differentiate between religion or religious practices and spirituality. So I want to clear this today that these two things are separate. Religious traditions certainly include spiritual individuality, but each religion has its own practices, has its own way of worshipping, sacred texts, and several more things related to it. Spirituality is not necessarily tied to any of these religious traditions, although culture and belief can play an important role in spirituality. Everybody has their own or unique experience of spirituality, and we cannot, as I said in the initial stages, that we cannot define spirituality with any single term or definition, because it is individual, it is unique to each and everybody. So what basically spiritual care is? People with mental health condition needs a special kind of a care. They need mental health care. So what do they expect, or what do they expect out of this spiritual care? They expect dignity, a certain kind of dignity, a certain kind of self-respect which they want to gain, to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel that they belong and they are valued or they are trusted. This was a kind of mental health care which a person requires or wants from its mental health professional in the light of spirituality. But if we certainly talk about only and only spiritual care, then what does the person expect and want? He or she wants a time and a place and privacy to practice his or her spiritual practices or his or her prayers in a peaceful environment. And also he or she kind of wants that reassurance from their psychiatrist or a psychologist about their faith and their practices, and they want them to be valued. What differences can a spirituality make in a person's life? It helps in recovery, a sudden and a better recovery in a person, mentally and physically, and in whatever sorts possible. It helps in better self-control, self-esteem, and better self-confidence in a person. Better relationship with self, with others, and with that supreme power, if he or she has a faith in. A new sense of meaning, hope, and peace in mind and body. So before applying this spirituality or the spiritual care, we need to have a spiritual assessment of a person, and which is very much important. Why? Because if there is a spiritual void in a person's life, it can assess that and it can help them fill that void and involve that person in a spiritual care and in spiritual practices. So how can you carry on with this spiritual assessment? It is being done by a spiritual healer or a mental health professional for that matter. So first of all, a scene is created where questions like what is your life, or what do you understand about your life, or what is the meaning or purpose of your life, what is the role of your existence. These are some questions which are initially asked, which are the initial stages of the spiritual assessment. Then it is very important for a mental health professional to know about the past of the person, because whenever we are suffering in present, there's always a past attached to it. So any kind of bereavement, any loss, any kind of negative experiences, or any event which had happened in a person's life due to which he wants to seek spirituality, or he feels disconnected from spirituality and wants to gain it back. So that past is very important to be known by the mental health professional and by the person as well. Then once the person is aware of his or her past, he is certainly living in present. So questions like, are you valued by others, or do you value yourself as a person, or are you respected, or do you respect others around you, are you able to communicate freely to people, or others are able to approach you freely or not, do you feel there is a spiritual aspect still left in you, or do you experience any kind of spirituality in you. So these are some questions which a person needs to understand and need to answer it today, and because it is all related to his or her present. Then if the person is clear about his or her past and present, he should definitely know what's gonna be his or her future. So the next question which comes is that what next? Next means maybe next day, next few weeks, next few months, or maybe next few years. That totally depends upon an individual, like how far he or she has planned for himself or herself in that matter. So the future needs to have a light. There needs to be a ray of hope, a ray of light, and the person needs to have that clarity about his or her future, which is very much important if you have to practice spirituality. So these were some things where I could have related spirituality and mental health. But if as an individual you want to practice spirituality, or if you have any sort of idea what spirituality is according to you, as I said earlier, each individual has its own definition of spirituality. So if you want to practice spirituality, first of all what you need to have is a peaceful mind, a peaceful state of body. Then only you will be able to experience that beauty of spirituality. You need to meditate. Meditation is the best thing where you can begin, or where you can put yourself from your head to toe, from your body to your mind. You can connect your soul. So meditation is the initial stage where you can practice spirituality, where you can experience that peaceful state of mind, and then on you can experience any such thing which kind of makes you feel lighter, happier, and in a positive direction, where you kind of forget all your worries, all your bereavements, all your losses, everything, and you are in a positive light. So practice something. In this sense, what I mean is kind of explore your hidden creativeness everybody has something or the other which leads them to a creative path. So creativity helps you a lot in exploring yourself, in putting aside all your negative thoughts and negative experiences and imbibing in all the positiveness. So you have to explore your creative side, and that's for sure. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope that you liked the video, you liked this content about spirituality and mental health. And from a very long time I was deciding upon this topic, but I could not come up with a good way to present it or to put forth to you. But I think finally today I am putting it across, and I hope it helps you all in some or the other way. So I hope you like the content, you like the video. Please do like it, share it with your friends and family whom you want to spread all the information about spirituality and mental health. I'll be more than happier to know. And please share your comments in the comment section if you like the video. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Until then, stay positive, stay kind, stay spiritual.